It has been a long time coming. There have been countless delays and protests and permits, but finally, Tesla has begun sending out emails to employees informing them that the first GigaBerlin made Model Ys will start delivering on March 22nd at a special event that I'm sure Elon will probably be attending. It's a big moment. It's the first time Tesla is actually going to start customer deliveries from this new factory, the first Tesla-owned factory in Europe, and so far we're pretty convinced all of them are going to be performance Model Ys. They've actually built over 1,000 test models just to calibrate the equipment, make sure quality control is good. Once again, I don't want to get hype too up there because there's probably still some people that are thinking, oh, does this mean 4680 batteries are here? Unfortunately, no. Elon mentioned at GigaFest that GigaBerlin is going to wait until they can start locally producing 4680 batteries before they switch to the structural pack in these Model Ys. So they're actually importing 2170 batteries from LG Chem in China. So essentially these batteries are going to be very similar to what's already being imported into Europe from Giga Shanghai. But hopefully we won't have to wait too much longer thanks to channels like Tobias Lind. We're seeing drone footage of the cell production area over at GigaBerlin, and it seems to be coming along slow and steady. You know, probably not as fast as Giga Shanghai or Giga Texas came up, but still, current rumors are suggesting that later this year they're planning on making the switch over to the 4680 batteries in Europe. And similarly to Giga Texas, I don't expect this is going to result in huge range improvements or even that much price cuts until we see a slump in demand. If Tesla wants to go the route of, well, not enough people are ordering these cars, let's increase the range numbers, they could. Or the other alternative is maybe we want to make these vehicles more affordable, and then they would start eating into their profit margins a little bit more. But as long as there's pent-up demand in Europe for the Model Y, there's pretty much no reason to lower prices or make the specs any better. But still, it's a huge moment for Tesla because it'll be the first time that they'll have like 3 operational factories across 3 different continents. And I personally think Europe is a far more competitive EV market than it is in the United States, especially because all the electric vehicles there have the same CCS charge connector, and Tesla is opening up superchargers in Europe to non-Teslas, and VW is very present there, and I think probably the most willing to switch to electric legacy automaker out there, just with all of the plans they've had for battery production scaling and how quickly they want to transition their lineup to be all electric. I think as far as legacy auto goes, VW probably has the best chance at success, so making sure Tesla has a very obvious presence in this market is a good thing, and delivering vehicles locally, of course, is going to lower the cost drastically of transporting vehicles over in Europe. Unfortunately, it's just going to be Model Y for the foreseeable future, and they're only going to be performance deliveries for likely the first couple months. However, there are now recent reports saying that they have already started building long-range dual-motor options, which again are usually $5,000 to $6,000 cheaper and of course get better range. So I assume once GigaBerlin is ramping up production higher and higher as the coming months go by, they'll actually start delivering long-range options, which are far more popular, and I'm sure there's far more of a backlog for, which of course is a good thing because it means Tesla doesn't have to waste money shipping Model Ys from Giga Shanghai over to Europe, and that also means they'll have more Model Ys available in the Asian market to catch up on their backlog of demand. So overall, it helps all of Tesla. This is not just a good thing for people in Europe, it helps the company as a whole, and I'm very glad that we actually have a delivery date. Hopefully it doesn't get hit by Elon time again, but GigaBerlin has had so much paperwork and so much approvals and so much permits that they've had to acquire for and do all of these final touches to the factory. Even though they got the EPA's final approval, there were all these strings attached of like final steps and last minute things they have to do. But I'm sure Tesla's paying close attention to all that, making sure the factory consumes as little water as possible and recycles as much water as possible, as it does support their mission statement. Not to mention, it's just a beautiful factory. I love the fact that they're decorating the exterior with graffiti artwork. That's just not really the type of thing you see with most automotive companies out there, and I'm really hoping they could get moving on the solar deployments at this factory as much as Giga Texas has already deployed a crap ton of solar on their roof. And I know it was a long time ago, but it still feels like just yesterday Elon was tweeting out that GigaBerlin was going to start with Model Y and build batteries way back in November of 2019. So it's been a minute, and I'm glad this wait should hopefully be over soon. Let me know what you guys are most excited for to have another Gigafactory on a new continent in a new country down in the comments below. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel over on Patreon. It seriously helps a ton, as does just watching these videos. So please take care. Have a great day.